Today we're going to discuss the reason behind Netilat Yadaim Nesuda. Why do we wash our hands before eating bread? What's the reason behind it? There's a mitzvah called Truma. Truma means giving a portion of your produce of wheat, olives, wine, which grew in Israel, to the Kohen. There's a mitzvah to separate a certain portion and give it to the Kohanim, called Truma. The law of Truma is it has to be eaten with purity. A Kohen cannot eat the Truma if he's ritually impure. Now the hands, since they're very active, a person fidgets and touches everything, they have a minor level of impurity which one can get rid of by washing their hands. So before Kohen would eat his Truma, he would be required to wash his hands to get rid of the impurity on the hands. In order to ensure that the Kohanim would wash their hands, so the sages instituted that everyone should wash their hands, even an Israelite who cannot eat Truma, to make sure that the Kohanim will also wash their hands. And therefore, even though nowadays, when we're all ritually impure, because we don't have the ashes of the Parah Adumah of the red heifer to make us pure, so the Kohanim are not eating Truma in any case, so why do you wash our hands? That's in order that we shouldn't forget that when the Beis Hamikdash will hopefully be rebuilt speedily in our days, the Holy Temple will be rebuilt and will become pure again, that the Kohanim should remember to wash their hands. So to summarize in short, the reason why every single person washes nowadays our hands before we eat bread is to ensure that the Kohanim, when they will eat Truma, impurity, that they are required to wash their hands, that they should get used to. Everyone has to wash their hands before eating bread. There's another reason brought down in Siman Kuf and Ches, in 158 in Orach Chaim, which is hygiene, viskadishem, v'yisem kedoshim. A person should be holy, should keep himself clean, wash his hands before he eats and after he eats too. The reason why this is only on bread and on, for example, on wine or olive oil, which is also a produce given for Truma, is because those are normally consumed in a vessel, in a cup or a bottle, and one's hand doesn't come in direct contact with the food, so there was no concern that the wine or the oil will become tummy. So, before you eat bread, you have to wash your hands. How much bread? So, we pointed out you have to wash your hands and say a bracha, that God commanded us, and made us holy with a mitzvah, washing our hands. You only wash your hands with a bracha if you're going to have a kibetza or more of bread, which is the size of an egg or more. If you're going to eat less than the size of an egg of bread, you're still required to wash your hands. However, you will not make a bracha. If you're going to have a very small amount, less than a kazayis, less than an olive, there are some opinions that hold you don't have to wash your hands. So for example, if you just see like a crumb of bread and you want to eat it, there are some opinions that you don't have to wash your hands at all. However, Mishnah Berurah brings that since the Magen Avraham is of opinion that one should wash one's hands, one washes one's hands without bracha. So to summarize again, anytime you eat any amount of bread, you wash your hands. However, you'll only make the bracha al Netilat Yadaim if you had the size of an egg or more. Now for the process, how do you wash your hands? First, you got to remove any chatzitza, any ring or any obstruction on the hands. You fill up your cup, you pick up in your right hand, you pass it to your left, and then you first wash your right hand, and then you wash your left hand. The reason for this is because the right symbolizes chesed, kindness, the left symbolizes din, strict justice. And we always give, therefore, the respect to the right, that it should overpower, the kindness should overpower the strict judgment. This is such an important mitzvah. The Gemara says someone who is not zohir, someone who isn't careful with washing one's hands before meal, chas v'shalom, will be reduced to poverty. So that was the reason and the laws how to wash one's hands at Netilat Yadaim.